Nothing's ever felt as good as getting a gold medal in StarFox. But today I've decided to give myself the ultimate challenge. Get a gold medal on every single sector in one run, start to finish. If I die, erase my data, start fresh. All we have to do for those gold medals is make sure our idiot friends don't die and kill enough people to fill a graveyard. And it all starts in Corneria with a simple cry for help.
It's about time you showed up, Fox. You're the only hope for our world.
I'll do my best. Andros won't have his way with me.
With that, we set out on our first adventure to Corneria's airspace, which we need two things in order to get this first medal. The first one being is 150 score. It says kills, but score. Now, the thing about Corneria is everything is so spread out. You're really going to want to focus on the groups of enemies and fly through everything that looks like it would be fun to fly through. Buildings seem to have, they spawn different enemies. You want to kill every robot in sight because they're all +5, unless they're like the little ski dudes towards the end, they're +3. All the robots, I used my bombs. I used my bombs so much, maybe too much. I probably should have saved like one, but anytime that there was a big group of things, and sometimes when there was just a robot and I want to make sure it died, I used a bomb. You want to prioritize going through like all these little tunnels and loop-de-loop things as much as you can, especially towards the end where you need your second thing, and that is to save Falco. So you can't get any medals unless you make sure everyone is alive and you have those 150 kills. Now, Falco's rescue is a little weird because he starts it at a really bad time. See, there are two places here where you can go underneath one of these bridges and they'll spawn 4 enemies, and then over at the left, if you go through the little burnt down building, 4 more will spawn, and then you have 7 more just on the edge of the screen. Just prioritize the big groups of them and don't boost or break or anything like that. Just ride the rails all the way to Falco. Now, it's been 23 years since the last time I played this game, and I mess up. I even shoot a bomb and it doesn't get all the ones that are chasing Falco. However, there is a way to do it, and that's just leading your shot. You want to make sure that you lock on to the main guy. So instead of going where Falco's coming onto the screen, just go dead center in the screen, wait for them to come by. As soon as they come by and you hear the little lock on, release your thing. Bob's your uncle. You've killed them. Congratulations. That took me 8 times to do. Other than that, you just want to murder everything in your path. Kill every robot, kill every group of enemy, and make sure you go underneath all the rocks at the little water thing so Falco gets his little signal and he'll take you on your guys' little destination lovebird tour underneath the waterfall, because there's more enemies underneath the waterfall. Now, what you're going to want is 1 extra bomb, because these things are going to bomb you. What you're going to want to do is as soon as the first one goes off, their bombs go off, you bomb them back, baby. You blow them back to the Stone Age. You do that, you get a bunch of kills. You really only need 139 kills by the time you reach the boss. Doing it this way, I mean, I got 145, 150. You can get a lot before you get there. You can even get your 150 before you get to the boss. But if you kill the boss quickly, and I know you will because the first boss is the easiest, you'll get 11 points off of him. Then all you have to do is wait for the end screen and make sure you get your medal. I was nervous. I didn't know if I got it. I thought I did, even after I did everything else. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! There she is, baby! Number 1. Sector Y is our next destination. For this, much like the first one, we need 150 kills. And honestly, it's pretty easy. I think it took me about 2 or 3 tries to get this. There's a couple of key things that you need to know, and don't follow in my footsteps because I've messed this up like no one's business. First off, listen to Peppy.
Don't let any of them through!
Shit, I just let a bunch of them through. Second off, anytime you see the little armored dudes, just do 1 charge shot at them and keep on about your business. That's all it takes to kill one of them. They'll blow up on their own, don't worry about it. Second is, if you have any bombs left over from the bombing of Corneria, you're gonna want them here. Because when the ships rain down from the heavens, you're gonna wanna just blow them up. Just blow them to smithereens. This only happens twice now. Once closer to the beginning, once closer to the end. Other than that, it's just knowing where things spawn. I didn't really know where things spawned at. I kept trying to go underneath a bunch of stuff instead of over stuff. I wasn't prioritizing lasers. When that big ship comes down and it just sends out a bunch of enemies, go over to the right, they release it first. Don't do anything fancy, don't do a charge shot, just shoot them on the right side, then shoot them all on the left side, and when you're down in the little middle thing, just tilt your lasers up a little and just keep firing. You'll hit everything, you'll be fine.
You're becoming a better pilot.
But if you get your laser routine down and your bomb routine down, there's one other thing. Keep high. When you have like the two little armor things coming at you and they're doing that little loop-de-loop, kill both of them, but make sure you're up high and you take the high route, because I think there's like 10 to 15 more enemies going the high route. After that, you're good to go. You're going to find a couple more little things where you can shoot a bunch of things down. They're in formation. It'll be easy. The target number you want before you get to the boss is 131 kills. The boss fight has 2 phases. The first one will have like 2 little robo dudes. You kill them, they're 4 points each. And then whenever you do get to the final boss phase, I think he's plus 10. So just kill them all pretty quickly and you'll be good to go. 131, you're spot on the money. After that, you just get to do the waiting game once again to make sure you got your medal. Yes! But now it's time to do a little deep sea fishing. This time, once again, you need 151 kills. However, this is by far the easiest planet to do. There's only one thing I have to tell you. Spray and pray. Shoot your torpedoes. Bombard them relentlessly. Don't stop firing. Just keep firing. Fire. Fire, fire, fire. For the love of God, fire. You don't even know. You don't need to see anything that's going on. It doesn't matter what's going on. You're in the dark. Just keep shooting. Just keep shooting. I didn't even know by the time I reached the boss if I had enough points to actually get my 151. I was so confused. But come to find out, I actually did. See, that boss there has those little chimneys on top. Each of those are 4 kills. So if you feel like you don't have enough, kill all 4 of those. Boom, you got 12. You kill the boss fast enough, you get 11. Boom, you're good to go. The hardest part of this entire mission, bar none, is listening to everyone shit talk Slippy at the end. It broke my heart. That's my girl. How dare they? I better have gotten this medal or I'm gonna riot.
Slippy's not such a screw-up after all.
Slippy's not a screw-up. She's my gal.
Thanks a lot, Peppy.
Yeah, Peppy.
I'll take the sky any day.
Falco, I'm just happy you have help.
Sheesh, Falco. You too.
Oh my god, she's aquatic. I just thought about it. She's a fucking frog and she made the sub. That's some bullshit. Boom! 3 in a row. 3 in a fucking row. That's 3 medals down, 4 to go, and Zone S is our next stop. Zone S is the first time we really deviate from the scheme, as we need 250 kills on this one in order to get our medal. There's a few things on this one that I need to make crystal clear. First one is kill every single searchlight. If you do, that's like 30 to 40 points just in searchlights. If you let one go off, it will bring in more enemies, but then the value of the searchlight kills go down, and it doesn't make up for it. Just kill every single searchlight. But most of this mission is just kill the searchlights, make sure you're not seen, and then kill anything that comes up out of the sea. Until you get to the first set of bases. As soon as you see the first plateau with just a bunch of ships and they start coming up, blow them to hell. Send them to their grave. Make them meet their maker. Use them. Use all of them. It doesn't matter because the boss on this one gives you free bombs, so use all your bombs, usually strategically where these things are. And if you do all that and you make it to the boss, you're going to want to have 239 kills before you start your boss fight. I personally just a little bit more so you can spend a little bit of time to get up your bomb reserves. You're going to want to have that maxed out for the rest of this. But right here, you're just going to want 239. If you kill the boss quickly, you can get your 11 points, you're good to go. If you need a little bit more leadway, I would suggest, if it was me, and this was me, get a couple more kills. But after you sink this lug boat, you should have enough points that you can now comfortably sit there and wait to make sure that medal is there. I should have grabbed more bombs. That's it, that's it! 4 down, 3 to go. But with 4 medals down, now comes the hard part. Level 5, specifically Zone X. You see, Zone X only requires 100 kills. However, there's not that much stuff to kill in this one. The entire level is just Gray Fox getting shot down by some missiles. You gotta kill these missiles, there's 6 of them. They're worth 11 points each, and you have to scrape the other 44 points. However, if you take the hard route and you see Kat, which we did, she shows up, blows up one of the missiles. Now you only get 55 points and you have to kill all these little ships that are around for the additional points. It's next to impossible. It was really stressing me out. I was debating it, I was looking at it, I was reading this guide. I didn't know how I was gonna do it. But then I had an epiphany. We can change course. motherfucker. With that great epiphany, we're gonna hop in our tank and just go to Big Beth. This one is another easy one. We're back on the train. 150 kills is all we need. The first thing I can tell you is that you're gonna wanna blow up every single car that you can get your hands on. That entire train, blow it up as soon as you can. Don't worry about the things up in the tower. I did worry about them. I wasn't really sure like where to aim, but you get a lot of points if you can blow up all those boulders that are still in that train. Don't just destroy the train car, you can destroy the actual train that's on the tracks as well, which I end up doing a little bit later. But you can get a bunch of points if you blow it up before it dumps its load. But once it dumps its load, blow up the rocks, you're gonna need them. You can worry about everything else. There's gonna be enemies a few enemies that fly in. None of that really matters. Just kill everything that you see, destroy the train as much as possible as soon as you get behind it on these tracks. The most important part actually comes right before the boss fight, as soon as the dude's head comes out, when he decides that he wants to be part snake, part train. First off, shoot all the levers. You need 8 of them. If you have Cat here, which I did, I think she does one for you. Try to avoid this little TMJ machine from coming up and crunching on you. And once you have all your levers, this big switch is gonna come up. There's something I need to tell you about this switch. First off, the aiming for it sucks. Second off, shooting a bomb at it doesn't work. Third off, if you mess up, restart the level. Why? Because you get 50 points for activating this. This actually skips the boss fight, but gives you 50 points. So whenever you do get to this switch, like I did, you're gonna want to shoot it at the most top point that you can. It looks like a spoon, shoot it in the spoon part. After that, sit back, watch it blow up, and... That's it! That's number 6! No, 5! That's number 5! 5 down. With 5 medals down, Area 6 is where we really dig our teeth in. There's only 2 things that you need here. The first one is that you need 300 points in order to medal this. The second is bomb control. The third, which is a secret one, is to remain calm. There's so many enemies here. There's so many things going around. There's so much stuff flying in and flying out that it's hard to know what to target. Let's go through it. First off, you're going to want to use your bombs. 2 of them on this very first minefield. You're not going to be able to shoot these mines down. Just blow them up. Waste the 2 bombs because you're going to end up with like 50 points doing this. The second is that charge shot is your friend. Use your charge shot when you can. If there's only 1 or 2 enemies, just go ahead and ding a couple of those, charge up your weapon, fire it again. Next, whenever you see these little saucer things that are going everywhere, they give you +3. Do not focus them down. If you have the opportunity to kill them, go ahead and kill them. But what you'll end up doing is focusing those down when a bunch of ships are coming in and out of your view that you should be killing, and that you'll actually get more points if you focus on the small ships rather than this big honkin' thing. Which is funny because at the end of this, it's the reverse. The next thing is to kill these little butterflies. They give you 4 points each. That's the same amount as the big things back there. So I think 2 spawn from me. Kill both of them, get your extra points. You're good to go. You're at the halfway point. You should be feeling good, but this is where we need to be strategic with the rest of our bombs. Because now we have the big ships coming in. Not only do we have the cluster of enemies, but those big ships will give you a absorbent amount. Just killing the ships themselves, not all the cannons on them, is +5. If you can kill all the little components of it, I think it's an additional 8 points, or it might be 8 points altogether. Anyway, you get a lot of points for blowing these up. So use your bombs wisely. There's a couple of times where these things are in clusters and you can kill 2 of them at once. Try to do that if you can, but this is where you want to use your bombs, on these big honkin' things. Once you hit the boss, you're going to want to make sure 100% that you have at least 289 points. The boss will give you 11. I had a little bit more than that. The boss gave me a little bit less. I was a little bit slow on it. However, you can get 300. If I was a little bit more choice with my shots, I could have got 300. But you go wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, kill the boss, get on out. But this time, it doesn't tell you if you got your medal. You just have to have faith and trust your instincts. Because it's time to go to Venom. Wait. Did I get my medal? Wait. Where's my medal? Why don't you show me my medal? I just go straight to the fucking base. Hold up.
Good luck.
But now we're on to Venom, which is broken down into 2 parts. The first one is an all-out, drag-out fight with people we haven't seen, but if you take a different route, you would have seen them. But it's Starwolf and company. Yay! They've got a pig, they got a laser, they have somebody's uncle. or nephew, whatever he is. I don't know what, I think they're human. They could be monkey, I'm not sure. But they also have a wolf, and he's the leader, not Andros's nephew. I don't understand the hierarchy, but they all work for Andros. You got to be a real family fuck up if you can be in his special brigade, but not the leader of it. So, like, you know, that's the whole thing. I digress. What you need here is 200 points in order to medal this one. Now, I need you to pay attention to this. See, Star Pup and Company will give you 51 points per kill, as long as you do it quickly, which means you actually have to be pretty decent at this, which I'm not. I died a lot, over and over and over again, because if you wait too long, they go from 51 to 31. But here's the thing. There's 4 of them. If you can kill 3 of them at 50, the last one at 30, you'll be fine because Andros will give you the rest of the points. But if you kill 2 of them at 50 and your third one is at 30, you need to restart. Restart right now, restart the fight. And then we're going to go into how we actually win this, okay? First off, skip the cutscene. We don't need to see Pupper's face. You're going to want to boost right, get right behind them, and as they're coming into the frame, start shooting them. Just start blasting them. I only had a single laser. That's fine. Just start blasting away. Hunt them down. And honestly, I hate to say it, you just have to get good. You just have to get good. It took me a few tries. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. It's been 23 years. This was my first drag out fight in this game. It took me a little bit, but you can do it. I got the first 3 down with 50 points. The last one was with 30. I had to do some math. Guess what? The math added up because the big brain gives you 11.
And each of his hands give you 5 points each.
It's time for the big cheese himself, Andros. And the very first thing I need to tell you, if you didn't know that, these tunnels, there's a proper way to go and an improper way to go. I will also tell you that I don't do the proper way until the end when one of my friends tells me the way to go, and I die a lot. I forgot how this fight was the first time, and you know, you shoot the eyes, you shoot the hands, all that other stuff. That doesn't matter. But here you go. This is the way you're gonna wanna go. Left, right, left, left, right. After that, you kill the hands, he has the brain. The only thing I could say is use your bombs on the eyeballs and then just spank that cerebellum. I ended up getting one of my wings tore off. That kind of sucked, but I was able to recover. We got a couple of shots in. Baby, did it feel good. I saw my kill count. I knew I was good. We were over, and then I forgot, and I got surprised because Papa came home.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Namaste, Andros!
Don't ever give up, my son.
My son! Papa!
Father?
My Papa! Yo, I'm missing a fucking
Follow
wing!
me, Fox.
After you go through the tunnel of love with Daddy Pooh, you're going to end up at the other end of this, and your story is done. Almost. You haven't seen the last 2 medals. So you have to go through all the cutscenes, give someone a receipt for goods, and then wait. I got all the medals! Oh my god. And that's it. Chef fucking Byers won. That's all of them. The ultimate skill challenge. Took me 3 hours. It doesn't matter. That was great. It was perfect. It was joyous. I hope you can do it. I hope you can beat my score. I've seen some pretty high ones out there, but that was it. I have officially become a god.